Introduction to Economics and Business, Things You Should Know, Questions and Answers, by Rumi Michael Lee. Introduction. I would like to thank and congratulate you for listening to this book, Introduction to Economics and Business, Things You Should Know, Questions and Answers. This book will give you an introduction of how economics and business work in the society. Are you a student, a business owner, both, or you plan to do something independent someday? Then this book could be of help to you. Part 1. 1. What is economics? Economics are the choices people make to satisfy their needs and wants. 2. What is macroeconomics? Macroeconomics is the field of economics that deals with the behavior, structure, and performance of the global economy. 3. What is a primary market? A primary market is a market that creates new securities that is then offered to the public. 4. What is a secondary market? A secondary market is a market where the securities issued in the primary market are bought and sold. 5. What is purchasing power? Purchasing power is the ability of an individual to buy goods and services in an economy. 6. Define inflation. Inflation is the increase in the price level of goods and services in an economy. 7. Define deflation. Deflation is the decrease in the price level of goods and services in an economy. 8. What is a need? A need is a necessity for survival. 9. What is a want? A want is something we desire, but not a necessity for survival. 10. What is labor? Labor is the effort, work, dedicated to a task. Part 2. 1. What is import? Import consists of goods that come into a country for sale. 2. What is export? Export consists of goods that go out of a country for sale. 3. What is a price index? A price index shows how the average price of goods changes with time. 4. What is price fixing? Price fixing is when one single price is set for the same good by a common agreement between firms. 5. What is a price ceiling? A price ceiling is the highest price that one can legally charge for a good or service. 6. What is a price floor? A price floor is the lowest price that one can exchange for a good and service. 7. What is a fixed cost? A fixed cost is a cost that never changes despite the quantity of goods produced. 8. What is a variable cost? A variable cost is a cost that changes depending on the quantity of goods produced. 9. What is a total cost? A total cost is the addition of the fixed cost and the variable cost. 10. What is an inventory? An inventory is a list of products for sale. Part 3. 1. What is a capital? A capital is anything of value that provides revenue. 2. What is human capital? Human capital is the knowledge and skill acquired through education and experience. 3. What is public utility? Public utility is a service provided by the state or government to the public. 4. Give an example of a public utility service. Providing electricity. 5. What is supply? Supply is the quantity of goods available. 6. What is the law of supply? The law of supply is when the supply increases when the price of the good increases. 7. What is a supply shock? A supply shock is something that causes the sudden change in the price of a good or service. 8. What is depression? Depression is a long period of recession. 9. What is recession? Recession is the decline in activity of an economy over a period of time. 10. What is scarcity? Scarcity is when there is a limited amount of goods and services. Part 4. 1. Define net worth. Net worth is the difference between the assets of an individual and the liabilities. 2. What are goods? Goods are things produced. 3. What are services? Services are activities performed. 4. Give an example of a real property. A land. 5. Give an example of a personal property. A plane. 6. What is a shortage? Shortage is when the demand is greater than the supply. 7. What is a surplus? A surplus is when the supply is greater than the demand. 8. Define hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is when inflation goes out of control. 9. What is a shortage? A shortage is the excess in demand. 10. What is a firm? A firm is a business organization that sells goods and services in order to make profit. Part 5. 1. What is socialism? Socialism is an economic system where wealth is distributed. 2. What is communism? Communism is an economic system where the government makes all the decisions concerning the economy. 3. What is an asset? An asset is an economic resource. 4. What is a trade surplus? A trade surplus is when a country exports more than it imports. 5. What is a trade deficit? A trade deficit is when a country imports more than it exports. 6. What is balance of trade? Balance of trade is the difference between import and export in a country. 7. What is a mixed economy? A mixed economy is a system that combines capitalism and socialism. 8. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is someone who starts, sets up, creates, and manages a business. 9. Who is a sole proprietor? A sole proprietor is an individual who runs his own business. 10. What is offshoring? Offshoring is when a company moves some of its operation overseas. Part 6. 1. What is an embargo? An embargo is when there is a complete restriction on the importation or exportation of a particular good. 2. What is privatization? Privatization is the selling of business or services formerly owned and controlled by the government to investors. 3. What is a fad? A fad is a short amount of time where there is a sudden increase in demand of a product. 4. What is monopoly? Monopoly is when one seller dominates a market. 5. What is a cartel? A cartel is when there is an agreement and cooperation between a group of producers for their interests. 6. Define the quantity theory. The quantity theory is when too much money in circulation in the economy causes inflation. 7. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is when a benefit must be sacrificed to get something else. 8. What is a balanced budget? A balanced budget is when the revenue equals spending. 9. What is an operating budget? An operating budget is the budget that covers day-to-day expenses. 10. What is consumer sovereignty? Consumer sovereignty is the power a consumer possesses to decide the thing that gets produced in the society. Part 7. 1. What is cost-benefit analysis? Cost-benefit analysis is the decision made when one considers the sacrifice and goals when he takes certain actions. 2. What is a stock? A stock is a share of ownership of a company. 3. Who are stockholders? Stockholders are people who own a share or shares in a stock of a corporation. 4. What is a dividend? A dividend is the money paid by a company out of its profits to its shareholders. 5. What is a demand curve? A demand curve is a graph that represents the relationship between the price and demand at a given time. 6. What is a bond? A bond is money loaned to an entity for a period of time. 7. What is marginal cost? Marginal cost is the cost of adding one product. 8. What is marginal benefit? Marginal benefit is the extra benefit of adding one product. 9. What is a charter? A charter is a written government approval in order for a corporation to be established. 10. What is a conglomerate? A conglomerate is two or more corporations engaged in different businesses that are in one corporate group. Part 8. 1. What is structural unemployment? Structural unemployment is when the skills of a person looking for a job does not match the job's requirements. 2. What is unlimited life? Unlimited life is the continuity of a corporation, even when its ownership changes. 3. What are substitutes? Substitutes are products that can be used instead of other products. 4. What are complements? Complements are products that tend to be used together. 5. What is the learning effect? The learning effect indicates that more education yields higher income. 6. What is competition? Competition is a rivalry between two or more entities to achieve something. 7. What is a cooperative? A cooperative is a group of people working together for a benefit. 8. What is a collusion? A collusion is a secret agreement between people. 9. What is a default? A default is when a debtor fails to make a payment past the deadline. Part 9. 1. What is fiat money? Fiat money is a type of currency made legal by the government. 2. What is the principal? The principal is the original investment. 3. What is elasticity? Elasticity is the relationship between quantity and price. 4. What is demand elasticity? Demand elasticity is the point where the change in price causes a change in demand. 5. What is the law of demand? The law of demand is when more of a product is bought when the price is lower than higher. 6. What is rationing? Rationing is the control of the distribution of goods and services in order to deal with scarcity. 7. What is predatory pricing? Predatory pricing is the selling of a product below the cost of production for a short period of time in order to chase out competitors. 8. What is an incentive? An incentive is something that motivates us to do a task. 9. What is a vertical merger? A vertical merger is the combination of firms that occupies the different stages of marketing or manufacturing. 10. What is total expenditure? Total expenditure is the total amount of money spent on a product. Part 10. 1. What is a free enterprise system? A free enterprise system is a system where the market is mainly regulated through private means rather than political means. 2. What is barter? Barter is the exchange of goods or services. 3. What is a merger? A merger is when two or more businesses are combined to form a firm. 4. What is market equilibrium? Market equilibrium is when there is an equal demand and supply in a market. 5. What is oligopoly? Oligopoly is a market in which the producers do not have any control of the market. 6. What is a derived demand? A derived demand is how a change in customer preference affects the market. 7. What is unlimited liability? Unlimited liability is when the owner of a business is fully responsible for all the debts and losses. 8. What is subsidy? Subsidy is a benefit given to an individual, business, etc., primarily by the government. 9. What is a monopolistic competition? A monopolistic competition is an imperfect competition in which firms have many competitors, but they sell a product that is slightly different. 10. What is a non-price competition? A non-price competition is when competitors in the market do other things to beat their competitors, instead of bringing down the price of their products, like making better designs, advertisement, etc. Part 11. 1. What is a stock exchange? A stock exchange is where stocks are bought and sold. 2. Who is a stockbroker? A stockbroker is a person that connects buyers and sellers of stock. 3. What is excise tax? Excise tax is the tax on a good either produced or sold. 4. What is a market? A market is a system where there is exchange of goods and services between buyers and sellers. 5. What is a free market economy? A free market economy is when business transactions between buyers and sellers are done only with the mutual agreements of the two parties. 6. What is a commodity? A commodity is an interchangeable good or material. 7. What is a share? A share is a portion of stock. 8. What is a horizontal merger? A horizontal merger is the combination of firms that produce the same kind of product. 9. What is a corporation? A corporation is a business structure that has a legal existence to act as a single entity. 10. What are non-profit organizations? Non-profit organizations are organizations exempt of income tax that provides public benefit. Part 12. 1. Define standard of living. Standard of living is a measure of wealth and comfort of individuals in a country. 2. What is the labor force? The labor force consists of employed or unemployed people. 3. What is a labor union? A labor union is an organization that aims to improve the working conditions for its members. 4. What is a patent? A patent is the license given to the creator of a new product, exclusive rights to sell the product for a certain period of time. 5. What is net income? Net income is the profit after subtracting all expenses from revenue. 6. What is a household? A household involves a person or more living in the same roof. 7. What is a general partnership? A general partnership is a kind of partnership in which all the partners have equal responsibilities in the management of the business. 8. What is a limited partnership? A limited partnership is the kind of partnership where one or more partners have limited responsibilities in running the business. 9. What is a franchise? A franchise is the authority given to someone by an organization that permits the person to take part in certain operations in the organization. 10. What is a business license? A business license is the right issued by the government to run a business. Part 13. 1. What is an aggregate supply? An aggregate supply is the total supply of goods and services produced by an economy over a period of time. 2. What is an aggregate demand? An aggregate demand is the total amount of goods and services demanded in an economy over a period of time. 3. What is a mortgage? A mortgage is a loan used to buy a house. 4. What is a debit card? A debit card is a card that is used to withdraw money from a bank account. Conclusion. Thank you once again for listening to this book. I hope it has given you more insights in economics and business.